everyone, I'm Sydney and this is Baby Yoda, but I actually call her Zelda because she's my inanimate, lifeless alien plush daughter whom I don't have to really be responsible for, and she's sitting here nicely on Alvin's hemorrhoid pillow. Alright, so today is our first episode for a new English series where we eat, drink, and learn some English together. So today I'm going to try to make some tea. Actually, I'm halfway making this because this is not my first take. And I'm going to try to talk about a couple of English idioms as I proceed to making some jelly herbal tea. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to pour some water into the cup. And what I like to do is, in a separate cup, I like to cheat by adding some royal milk tea powder because it's already sweetened and it has this really faint herbal Earl Grey tea smell, and it just saves me a lot of trouble. And because I'm on camera, I clearly have forgotten how to open this properly. Okay, so let's get started as I continue to struggle with this. Oh my god, I've never done it from the middle. Okay. So, our first idiom is put something on the back burner. And it is perfect for our setting today because I have challenged myself to make tea, talk to a lifeless alien, try to make eye contact with the camera, and teach English. So, put something on the back burner means to make something less of a priority. It means to make something not as important, which means you're going to deal with it later. It started with cooks in a kitchen where they got really busy with all these different kinds of dishes, and they could only leave some of them on the back burner, just where they put a pan there and there's something burning and it's not supposed to really burn, but they leave it there because it's not as important right now. Yeah, and so when you leave something on the back burner, it means you're putting something less important in the back to deal with later. All right, so where's my water? I really like royal milk tea, and I usually go with 2 packs, but I don't think I have time to go through all of this today. Here's my spoon. Do you want some, Zelda? Do you want to help stir? I'm talking to a doll. Okay, so here are a couple of examples of how you can have someone accidentally leave something or put something on the back burner. For example, let's say your domestic duties. For me, when I get super busy, I tend to put all my chores on the back burner, which means I put doing my laundry on the back burner, washing the dishes on the back burner, and many more other things that I feel a little bit more embarrassed to reveal. Another way to use the word back burner is about things that are less tangible. For example, life plans. You could put your dreams on the back burner because you have financial concerns and you still have to go to work instead of pursue your dreams. Or you could leave your relationships on a back burner. You know, it's a common excuse that people like to give when they don't want to be with someone. I have a career, I have to focus on my career, so I have to put my relationship on the back burner. Okay, so I have clearly put making tea on the back burner because I have no idea what I'm doing. So I made the tea over here, and then I'm gonna pop this over here. And I would like some ice for my tea today. I started out very ambitious, thinking I could make both hot and cold versions, but this is not working. All right, so I'm gonna have some ice over here. And now I'm putting teaching on the back burner because clearly I'm prioritizing drinks over teaching. Okay, plop, ice. And then, so this is basically gonna work as my sweetener, the royal milk tea mix. Ooh, that looks good. And then I have some herbal grass jelly, which doesn't sound appetizing because of the translation, but it's probably much more interesting to pair with milk tea as opposed to bubbles or boba. 1 scoop, 2 scoops. Oh no. Cannot drop this on Alvin's table. I can tell that he's very neat, and if I mess up his table, I might get in trouble. Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna give it a generous mix. This is much more interesting than teaching English, by the way. This is why I wanted to include it in the segment. Then I'm gonna pour over the tea that I just made, and I can't tell if there's tea at all. And just because I'm fancy, I bought milk from 鲜乳坊, Just Milk Ranch. They are not endorsing us, but I'm doing this because it looks cool, like I'm a legit YouTuber. And then I'm going to put some milk inside. And I'm completely not teaching English right now, but anyways. Here. Alvin, look, I made milk tea. All right, so put something on the back burner, as I've been putting teaching on the back burner. All right, so what are things that you guys constantly or unintentionally put on the back burner? You can leave a comment and tell us in the comment section below, or you can post an Insta story on Instagram and go hashtag oops backburner, and maybe if we gain more traction, then Alvin might do a cute giveaway. I don't know. Okay, moving on to our next idiom. It is someone needs help, or oh, you need help. Like me, I have a huge obsession for milk tea and I probably need to get some help. So the term when you need help usually refers to the fact that someone probably has a mental illness or needs to go to the doctor, or if you want to be a little bit more lighthearted, it probably means that someone has a huge obsession over something or has a huge problem. Now, since everybody's usually stressed because of how the modern world is, it is very common for us to want to doom scroll or have these weird habits. And sometimes when we're going through vulnerable moments and we share with people our little obsessions, people might think that we need help because they think that the way we behave is a representation of some mental struggle. So this is usually the point where, so for example, it could be the scenario where like I share that I overeat or emotionally eat whenever I'm stressed, and then people see the way I swallow French fries or McDonald's and they might say, ooh, Sydney, it looks like you have a problem. You might need some help. Or if we're not talking about mental illness, you could also sort of like jokingly refer to yourself as someone that needs help when you realize that you have these kinks or obsessions, like people who like to collect pins or specific colors or figurines. And if this is how people deal with anxiety, then it's usually a signal that you might need help. All right, so I feel like we've come to the end of this episode and I probably skipped through a lot of the stuff that I prepared, but we can go for another take. I hope I get to see you guys again if I'm still hired. Bye.